How's everybody doing? Thanks for joining me in the garage. Today's project is this Black & Decker electric lawnmower, and the problem that we're having with it is it blows the breaker on the house every time you go to start it up. So let's dive into it, see if we can't fix it. So what we need to do first is to get at the electric motor, and if it's blowing a breaker in your house, the most likely cause of that is that it's got a short in the circuitry. So you got power coming in both sides basically and trying to fight each other, which is basically causing a short and therefore popping the circuit breaker. So to get access to the motor, it's under this black cover here. This particular one has this little handle that you can actually move, so you can get easier access to a couple of screws right here. They're two Phillips head screws. I've already gone ahead and loosened those off, and you just kind of have to get a little screwdriver, a little flathead screwdriver in there, and sort of pry up on it. That's that front half, and then in the back there are two sort of tabs, I think right around in this area, that you kind of have to lift up. Just kind of work your way around here. There we go. There you can see those two tabs. So what I'm doing on this side is just I just pull this little piece right here. It's got a little bit of give to get it up and over this little black part here. So now we can kind of undo this cable, and now we should be able to slide it up and out of the way at least a little bit so we can work on this thing. And so here we go. So pretty simplistic design. Actually, it's not too big of a deal. You got power coming in from the house in through here, which goes through this bridge rectifier, which changes the power from AC power out of your house to a DC power to power this motor. The two main parts that are most likely to cause issues with an electric lawnmower is this rectifier, and a lot of times there's a short in this rectifier that I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot in a second. The other is the brushes, which are up and underneath here. So we're going to take a look at both of those first. If I have to order parts for both, I probably won't fix this mower because I'm only going to get maybe 40 or 50 bucks for it. This rectifier here, I think you get 3 of them for about 15 bucks, but then these brushes here are a little bit more expensive, so if you can find them. So I'm going to take a look at the brushes first, and then we're going to go ahead and check to see if this rectifier is any good. Alright, so to take off one of these guys, just Phillips screwdriver, and there's a lot of these are spring loaded, so just kind of hold everything while you're taking it apart just to make sure nothing kind of flings away or springs out on you and you lose parts. This one not too bad. And then you just kind of lift up, and that exposes your brushes. Now you can see there's some graphite here on the end, that's kind of what we're looking at to see A, how much there is left, and B, what kind of shape it's in. I would say there's maybe a quarter to half life left on this thing, but it's still intact. Sometimes you find that these wires come loose. So this one, I would say I probably will leave it alone. So you're gonna have to push this in down as you reinstall it. You'll get it better, or you can just push it in place like that. You'll get a better view maybe on this other one. Same on this side. Let's check this brush. These are wear parts, so just you want to push that in and then lift it out, and then just be careful because there's a spring in there. So same thing on this side. This one's maybe a little bit more worn, but again, you might be able to get another year's worth out of it. The wire is still attached, so I'm gonna move on from here. So you just push that in to collapse the spring until it fits in the little slot there. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you how to test this bridge rectifier. So I have a multimeter here, just a basic one will do. What you're going to want to do is set it to, I use the continuity setting, which is, might be slightly different for some, but this is the continuity setting. If you got something that looks like that on your multimeter, that's where you want to set it up to. And basically what that is doing is if you're just wanting to test to see if it makes a circuit. So if I touch these two together, you'll see it goes to 0, which means that it has completed a circuit. Okay? Now, what we don't want to have happen is we don't want to see a 0 when we actually touch the positive and negative from the household power coming into this bridge rectifier. Okay, because that would mean that you're actually you have a closed circuit. So then you have kind of power fighting each other. It's like touching the white wire and the black wire of your household circuit when you're changing a light fixture or a switch and touching them together with power on. You're going to blow the breaker. So in this particular mower, and your wires might be slightly different, but what you're trying to do is test the terminals, the two terminals that don't have the wires that go to your brushes, okay? This wire here going to this brush and this one going to this brush, those are actually DC wires, okay? So DC power. AC power is what we got coming into this thing. So the AC power is on the orange on this one and the black. So they're opposite each other here. Okay, so AC power comes in here. It changes it to DC power on these terminals and then goes to your DC motor. Okay, so we do not want to see this thing go to 0. That means that you have a short. Basically, they're connected together. There's no break in between the two. Okay, so there you go. So it's 0. So that means that you have a short across those two terminals. That means you've got power fighting each other and it's going to trip the breaker. Okay, so that means that this bridge rectifier is no good. So to get it off, it's just a Phillips head screwdriver. What I recommend is you take a picture of the wires before you take any of the wires off. And in fact, I would leave the wires attached probably until I got the new one, and then just do one wire at a time. Okay. It looks like a MP254, something like that. Like I said, it's going to be pretty easy to replace this thing. All you're going to want to do is take this heatsink plate here, which disperses the heat because this thing gets pretty hot. You're going to want to put some heat dispersion grease on here before you put this back together, and then just reinstall it in the reverse order with your screw and test it out. Alright guys, so I got the mower all put back together now. I'm just going to give it a test here just to make sure that our rectifier rectified the issue. So, got her hooked up. There you go. So, those rectifiers are pretty cheap on Amazon. Couple bucks, maybe $5 at the most, and get your mower back in running order. So once again, thanks for joining me in the garage. If you liked the content, if it was helpful, please go ahead and smash the like button down below. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave those below as well. I try to get to each and every one of those. And until the next project, guys, take care.